Okay, so next on our list, we have our parking and trailer brake test, which is our tug test. Okay, key in hand, seatbelt still on. We're gonna go ahead and turn it to the on position. And then we'll go ahead and start the vehicle. Okay. Now we're going to test our trailer brake. Okay. So we're going to push our tractor brake in and keep the trailer brake out, which keeps them engaged. Okay. Switch into drive and do 2 tugs. 1 and 2. Good. Okay. I'm going to switch it to neutral. Okay. And then we're going to pull our tractor brake out. Okay, which enables the tractor brake. And the trailer brake was already out. So we did 2 tugs and it shows that the trailer brake is holding. Now we're going to test our tractor brake. So we're going to push our trailer in, which disengages the brakes for the trailer. And then we're going to do 2 tugs. Drive. 1, 2. Okay, switch it back into neutral. And then pull the trailer brake out. They're working properly. Now we're going to do the next step, which is the service brake. I'm going to push in my tractor and my trailer. Switch to drive. And then we're going to move forward about 5 to 10 feet. And then see if the wheel moves left or right, which it doesn't. And then we'll press the brake gently to stop. And then we pull the brakes out. And switch it to neutral. That is working properly. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next step. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn the truck off. Switch it to the on position. And we're going to work our way down the list here. Okay, so we got light indicators. All right. So we got our left turn signal, our right turn signal. Okay. Then we turn it off. Headlights. Push away for high beams. Blue light on the dash there. High beams off. Lights off. Over here, we have our 4-way emergency lights. And then off. Next on the list, we have emergency equipment. We have our fire extinguisher, which is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Its pin is in place and it's fully properly charged. It's in the green. Next, we got our fuses, which is located behind our dash here. They are properly mounted and secured, present. Then we have our 3 reflective triangle, which is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and is present. Okay, so that's emergency equipment. Now we're going to go down to windshield and traffic monitoring devices. Okay, my windshield is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. It is clean and no illegal stickers. Traffic monitoring devices, which is considered our mirrors. Mirrors, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. It is clean and adjusted to my view. Next, we got wipers and washers. Okay, so my wipers, arms and blades, are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. They're not missing, and they function properly. And spray. Okay. Next is heater and defroster. Okay. So you got to operate the controls. So switch it here. That's my heater. Switch it to floor. And then you have to reach and then I switch it to my defroster, which you have to reach. They both work properly. Next is my horns, which is my city horn and air horn. So next on the list is all external lights. That's when you have someone stand outside and you go over the lights, like I did earlier again, to make sure they visually see that it works properly. Okay, now we'll get out the vehicle. Make sure you use 3 points of contact when exiting the vehicle. Make sure you take your seatbelt off as well. All right. So as I work my way down the list, I'm going to try to go a bit slower. So this may be a longer video, but I want to try to cover everything that is described. So lenses. All my lenses in front of the vehicle, including the clearance lights, turn signal lights, low beams and high beams on both sides, and down the trailer on both sides. It is properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It is clean, and the lenses are the proper color. I'm checking the front of my vehicle to make sure there's no leans, which will indicate a suspension problem, and there is no leaks under the truck, no puddles, no nothing. So now we're open the hood. All right, we got our hood open here. We already did lenses, so now we're moving on to fluid levels. Okay, so our coolant reservoir is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Okay, there's no leaks from the hoses. Cap is secure and is at the proper level between minimum and maximum, looking through the side glass. Okay, our oil refill cap is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Our oil dipstick, it's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. There's no leaks. I will pull the dipstick out, clean it off, put the dipstick back in, and pull it out to check for proper level between minimum and maximum. Power steering reservoir, it's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Is at the proper level between minimum and maximum. Cap on secure. My power steering lines are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broke, or leaking. So that would be our fluid levels. Fluid and air leaks. So I'm checking under the motor and the transmission to make sure there is no puddles on the ground or anything in that nature. Our air lines are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. There's no audible air leak. My hoses are properly mounted and secured. Clamps are secure. There's no visible leakage from any of the parts or any of the hoses. Okay, next on the list is steering system. Okay, we got our steering box, which is properly mounted. There's no leaks, no damage. My steering line also have no leaks, no damage. Clamp is secure. Okay, my steering box has multiple components. You have the steering arm and drag links, which are held on by the castle crown nut and cotter pins. They're secure, not worn, not damaged. Pins are in place. Next on the list, we have tires. My tire is properly secure. It's properly mounted. There's no cuts, bubbles, or abrasions on the side of the tire. It's evenly worn. I will check my depth with a tire depth gauge. My valve stem, it's secure, it's not broken, there's no leaks, cap is secure. If I want to check my tire pressure, I will check it with a tire air pressure gauge for factory manufacturer standard. Next on the list, we have rims. My rims, there's no visible damage, no illegal welds, no oblong shaped holes around the lug nuts. Lug nuts, which is next on the list. All my lug nuts and studs are present, none are broken or missing. There's no rust run on, which will simulate a loose lug nut or threads showing. Next is spring mounts, springs and mounts. So my spring mounts front and rear is properly mounted. There's no damage, no wear. It's holding on to my leaf springs, which are present, not broken, not shifted. On the end of that, we got shocks. My shock absorber is mounted. There's no leaks, no damage. Rubber bushings are in place. Next, we got brake lines, hoses, and leaks. So my brake air lines are not leaking air. There's no wear, no damage. Brake chambers are secure. No leaks. Held on by C-clamp. All parts present. No audible air leaks. Clamps are secure. Okay, next on the list is lenses and reflectors. So that's a lens, but this is also a reflector. In the newer trucks, they have them. Here's our lens here. And then we got a reflector up there. Okay? So all our lenses and reflectors are not broken, not cracked, not damaged. They are the proper color. They are clean. All present. Next on the list is our traffic monitoring devices. So those are pretty much our mirrors. So we got our driver mirror here. And then we got our hood mirrors. So my hood mirror, it's mounted. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. The lens, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's clean. It's in working order. Our mirrors, driver and passenger. The mount is secure. It's not broken or damaged. The lenses are not cracked, broken, or damaged. They're clean. It's in working order. Okay, battery is located underneath the catwalk. Underneath here. Okay, so battery box is properly mounted and able to be used. It's not broken or damaged. My batteries itself is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, broken, or leaking. Battery lines are secure. There's no sign of corrosion from the battery or the lines, and they're in working order. They're not cut, split. They're not have any exposed wires. Okay, next is fuel tank and depth tank. Okay, I'm gonna follow this in order here. Okay, my fuel tank is mounted, secure. There's no leaks to the tank. Cap is secure and tight. My fuel lines are not leaking, cracked, cut. They're in working order. My depth tank is properly mounted. There's no leaks in the tank. Cap is secure and tight. My depth lines are secure. There's no cuts, no leaks. In working order. Now we're going to frames with an S, because there's multiple frames on the truck. Okay, our tractor frame is not worn. No illegal welds. Cross lump members are secure. No holes. No illegal welds. My trailer frame and cross members are secure. No illegal welds. No holes in the floor. In working order. This trailer has a sliding tandem. So the sliding tandem on The trailer has no illegal welds. Handle is in a lock position. Pin is in place. There's no illegal welds. And in working order. Okay, next we got air and electrical and connectors. Okay, I like to start at the back of the tractor. Okay, so we have our emergency line, our service line, and our electrical line. It's properly mounted, it's secured, there's no air leaks. Okay, our electrical wire is properly mounted, secure, the wire is not cut, there's no exposed wire, it's not bent, crimped. As we follow over the catwalk, it's hanging properly over the catwalk so the lines don't get tore up as you turn. To the bulkhead of the trailer. Okay, our emergency line on the trailer is properly mounted and secured. Glad hands are secure with the rubber garment in working order. There's no audible air leaks. My service line, the blue line, is properly mounted. There's no air leaks from the glad hands or for the rubber garments. It's secure. My electrical line, it's secure. There's no cuts, no exposed wire, no tape, in working order. Okay, next we go on to the fifth wheel skid plate. This vehicle don't have a pintle hook or tow hitch, so we're going to focus on the fifth wheel. All right, so my fifth wheel is properly mounted to the platform. There's no illegal welds. Fifth wheel plate is lubricated. Release handle is in a lock position. This is a tandem sliding fifth wheel. Pins are in the lock position. No visible damage. Now we move on to Kingpin, apron, gap, drawbar, ring, tongue, coupler, and tongue. Well, this vehicle don't have a drawbar, ring, tongue, coupler. Okay, so Kingpin. Let's get under here. Now you want to watch your head as you do this. All right, so the Kingpin is properly mounted. It's not bent, damaged, or broken. Next, we got the apron. The apron, which is right here. It's properly mounted. There's no bent. It's not damaged, no illegal welds. There's no gap between the apron and the fifth wheel plate, skid plate. Next, we have locking and safety devices. All right. So, the Kingpin locking jaws are around the Kingpin. Okay. They're in a lock position. There's no visible damage. And properly lubricated. Safety device, which I covered a little bit earlier, which is our fifth wheel release handle. It's in the lock position. There's no visible damage. It's in working order. All right, next on the list, we got landing gear and clearance. Landing gear, no visible damage. Plates in working order, is in the up position. No signs of illegal welds. My handle is in the lock position. But let me go to the other side. All right, continue with the landing gear. Plate is in the up position. This is the other side of the trailer. Landing gear, handle is in a stowaway position. There's no visible damage, no illegal welds, working order. Okay, next on the list we have reflective tape. That's pretty much your DOT tape that wraps around the trailer. You want to make sure that it's properly mounted, adheres to the trailer, and it's good. 50% around the trailer. Next on the list is lenses and reflectors. Okay, Back of the trailer here. There's no reflectors. We have our lenses. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged. They're clean. They're the proper color and in working order.